In a matter of just few minutes, you will be able to learn how to start creating your own games in your mobile phone using the Godot engine. We'll be creating a very basic game prototype from complete scratch, similar to the known cookie clicker game. Again, all this from your mobile phone, so stay until the end to understand every step of the tutorial and start right now your game dev journey. Let's start! The first step is to download Godot, so you will just go to the Google Play Store and look here for Godot. You will find two versions, version 4 and version number 3. You can try out any version that you want, but I personally recommend version 3 as it is more stable on mobile devices. So you will just click install and wait a couple of seconds. As soon as you open it, it's gonna require you to give it all file access, so you just select here Godot in the list, press here in the go back arrow and everything will be completely set up. Then here is as easy as clicking here new project, you give it a name, then click here create folder, and then here we will select this option in order to actually make it even more stable, because as you can see it's gonna be using lower visual quality, so we will make sure that the application doesn't close or something like this. Then finally we click create and edit and wait a couple of seconds. Now we will need to download some assets. They are just the art for our game, so let's go to the description, the first line in the description. Basically we just need two images. We have the background and the cookie, so I'm gonna click here on the background. Then once it's loaded, click here on the download button, wait a couple of seconds until it's finished, and then we have to go to the other asset, so we just swipe and click download again. Now in order to import these assets into our project, we will open some app in our phone that should be called something like my files, files, etc. Okay, so we're gonna go right here, then under images we will have our images that we just download, so let's select them too, click move, and then we will have to look for where our project has been created. If you have set the default path, it should be in your internal storage, documents, and here you will have it. This is a test and you move all the images there. And now here again in Godot we can see all of our images. Let's go to the 2D environment, and right here what I'm gonna do is firstly I'm gonna drag and drop my background to my scene. As you can see it's quite big, but it's gonna work so well. But actually let's delete it. Okay, so you just hold the click and here, sorry, you held the click here outside of the name of the node. I mean, exactly, you should held in the icon of the node right here, and it's quite tricky, but you will get it. And here click delete. Okay, so the first thing we will need is a root node. So I'm gonna create a I'm gonna create other node, and this is gonna be just a plain node. Okay, and now yeah, I'm gonna drag and drop my background right there, and this automatically created a sprite for us, so that's perfect. Then we will need our cookie, but for doing that, firstly we will need a user interface node. Okay, that is this one, control node. Okay, now if we zoom in by doing this with our fingers, we can see that our control node, and using these bars, is quite small and we want it to fit all of our screens. So let's go to layout and here full rect. Then having that node selected, we go to the add button again, and here we will add a button, sorry. We look for button, click create, then in our button in icon we'll click quick load, and we're gonna quick load our cookie image. So here we just type in cookie and click here enter. Then we will also enable flat so that the background disappears. Under control here rect, you will do the scale 0.5 so that it is a little bit smaller, and then go into layout, and now let's just center it in our screen. Now we will move it exactly to the center of that cross, and that should be mostly centered. Finally, we will add one label. Again, make sure that when you are adding the label, you are selecting our control node. Change all the alignments to be on the center. Right here in the text some number, for example 10. We will do it a little bit bigger because currently it is so small. Be careful with modifying other nodes. So we'll do it something like this. Then here we will put center top. If you actually want to change its font size, you will scroll down a little bit. Down here in rect again, in scale, we will give it something like 8. Okay, so this will scale all the node. So we will have to make this box smaller. Okay, so just like this. So once you finish that, click again layout, then center top. Okay, and again we will move it a little bit to the center right there. Okay, let's save our scene. So let's go to scene, save scene, and then here we just click save. Now we will create a script in our root node. So we select it and here click on the attach script button, and we will click here enter. So firstly, let's actually erase all of these things that we have over here. Okay, just like this. Let's go to the 2D tab, and right here, remember that our button is our cookie. You could rename your objects by selecting them and then clicking on their name again. You could do it if you want, but actually just to save time, I'm not gonna do that. So once you have your cookie selected, go to node, and here you will select your pressed signal. So you select it, click connect, and here you press connect again. As you can see in our script, we have a new function. Basically all the code we write over here will be run when we press our button. So firstly, what we want to create is to create some kind of reference to our current score. So in order to do that, we are gonna create a variable by writing the var keyword followed by a space. Okay, so like this, var space, and then here the name of your variable. So in this case it's score, then equal, and you're gonna assign a value to it. In this case our score will be 0 as the first value, of course. Then here on your signal, okay, you will write here that you want to increase your current score. So in order to do that, you write score plus equal 1. Okay, and finally we want to pass this value to our label. So in order to do that, we write the money symbol. Then we want to make a reference, and taking a look here at our hierarchy, our label is inside our control node. So here we will write control, okay, and then slash button. Okay, sorry, label in this case is gonna be, because we want to modify our label. Then here we put that we want to modify its text, and our text will be equal to our current score. However, before doing that, we have to write it as str in order to tell the engine to convert our integer value, that is score is an integer, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And the text requires it to be a string. So, and here we will write just score. Now let's click play. You're gonna select a main scene. A main scene is the one that is run when the game starts. So we will select our current scene, because actually we only have this one. So let's select our current scene. And well, here we are. As you can see, we have our 10 over here because we haven't modified that text yet. And well, here the background, we have to make it a little bit wider, so there is no problem. But when we click on our cookie, as you can see, this score starts going up. So in order to fix the first problem about the text here, we are just gonna put here a 1, okay, because our score, sorry, a 0, because initially our score will be just 0. And then here in our background node, let's go to the transform, then scale, and then give it here a 2 on both axes, okay. Now when we play again, as you can see, the background is correct, and when we start pressing on our cookie, our score is going up. Of course, there are a lot of things that aren't well made in this project, such as this thing of expanding the background this way, the thing of centering the nodes this way. This isn't correct, but this was just a quick way of you getting into the Godot engine, okay? So if you want to really take your Godot game development skills to the next level, keep watching just the last 30 seconds of the video that are the ones that you're gonna see right now, because I will share some pretty interesting information with you. I will be leaving in the description a playlist with 2 full courses and other Godot mobile videos that I'm sure will be super helpful for you. You will find 2 full courses, other video about how to get started in Godot Mobile, and then how to export this same project that you are doing into an APK file so that you can actually play it in your own mobile phone. So this is all for today's video. If you were able to complete the game from scratch, leave a like and subscribe in order to learn more. See you in the next one, and bye bye.